Welcome back to the Builder's Bench. I'm Craig Larkins. Today, we're talking about a game-changing new tool helping builders make smarter bids and plan with real-time permit data from across BC. It's called PermitsCA, and it has the potential to reshape how our industry plans, bids, and builds. Joining me on the bench today are Sue Connors, Chief Revenue Officer for the BC Construction Association, and Adam Addlestone, Director of Product and Business Development, also for the BC Construction Association, also known as the BCCA. Welcome to the bench.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Craig.
I'm excited to have this conversation. You guys, BCCA keeps innovating and introducing new tools, and this one is a big one. So I want to dive right into it. Let's kick things off. First things first, what is PermitsCA and why should builders be signing up for it today?
You go ahead, Adam. Dive in.
Yeah, PermitsCA is a tool that we've built that aggregates public building information. So it could be building permits, development permits, rezoning permits. All of that information is collected and put into our platform, enriched with AI. Got a bunch of AI tools on top of it that make it basically a really good sales tool for people in the construction industry to grow their sales pipeline.
Can I just chime in on that
Yeah,
as well?
100%.
Yeah, and just to add to that, it's not just BC. We're actually spreading this across Canada with all of our local association partners. So yeah, as part of PermitsCA, you get access to everywhere.
One of the things I wanted to ask is diving in a bit more. How is this going to change the game when we're bidding for projects, when we're looking at projects? I mean, it just seems like it's all there ready and waiting for you.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. And this scenario happens. I speak to companies, almost weekly that say they do this, but part of a company's biz dev strategy, especially if you're a trade contractor or a manufacturer supplier, they literally get in the truck and they'll drive around the city to the different job sites and they'll see what's getting built and they'll actually look at the construction fence and they'll see whose name is on the construction fence. Think of PermitsCA as basically the digital equivalent of that. You don't have to get in your truck and drive around, just load up your laptop and you can see where things are getting built, who's building it, and so that's kind of one of the use cases for it.
So we're stepping into the digital world now. Instead of having to sneak out of the office in your car and drive around, you have it on your laptop in your office. So let's talk about the data. How does it work? I think I know the answer to this, but how does it work? Where do you pull from? How often is it updated?
Yeah, so we take public permit information and import it into our system. I put it into a human readable format because most of these things are usually in a format that the average user can't use. And then the data is enriched with AI. And then we have other AI tools that go out and find more information about a permit. So, for example, if it's a commercial permit, it'll look to see who owns the building, who the tenant is of that building, who the general contractor is, who the architect is, any additional information about that permit. And then once you know who the general contractor is, the AI tools will also go out onto the web and find more information about that company. What's their LinkedIn profile? What's their website? Who are the contacts at that company? Better Business Bureau profiles, all that kind of stuff. It's collected. So you don't even need to leave the website to get all that stuff.
And just to add into that as well, no worries, just to add in with that as well, you're asking about different sources that we have. So currently we have about 60 different municipalities across BC that are feeding information into PermitsCA. We've got an additional 5 or 6 now, I believe, over in Alberta, and we're starting to spread across Canada as we key up with our local construction association partners. They're giving us sources, and Adam's team is doing the amazing integration.
So I've actually logged on as well, and I've checked it out. It's an amazing tool. I can't speak enough highly about it. So what are some of the top features on the dashboard, and what would you say are the top kind of reports that people can pull from the system?
I think one of the best features of the platform, and there's many, but this is one of my favorites at least, is if you're a trade contractor and you've done work with a specific GC in the past, you can actually follow that general contractor or developer. And so anytime a new permit gets issued to that developer or GC, you'll get notified about it. And so it's a way of proactively reaching out and saying, hey, I just saw that you issued this permit for this, new McDonald's in Langley. We've worked together in the past. We'd love to help you with the drywall or the flooring or what have you. So that's one of the great features about it.
And you've shown it to some contractors. You've shown it to associations. What's the reaction been like?
The reaction's been great. Some of the words I can't use on this podcast, but
I mean,
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it's been overwhelming feedback.
That's great to hear.
And even from the local associations, it's been, this is just a win-win-win. Everybody wins from this information. It's a great tool.
Is there tiers to the membership? Am I right in saying that?
Yes, absolutely. There's tiers to the membership. Everybody, gets access for free. But again, a few of the features are locked down, like that Builders Copilot that Adam was alluding to, our AI integration tools. If you are a member of VRCA or a member of any of our local construction associations, it is free.
Nice. We like hearing that word. I wanted to dive into, because I know PermitsCA is just one piece of the puzzle, the BCCA, the innovation happening there. It's part of the BCCA family. Even when you log onto the VRCA website, we have the direct links right at the top of the page. What else is happening? What can we look forward to? What big announcements or surprises does BCCA have coming in the coming months?
Okay, this is the fun part. We've just sprinkled in a little bit of AI into PermitsCA, so you've got a little bit of exposure there, but there's so much more coming. As you know, our flagship product, which is Bid Central, and all the surrounding tools that go with that. Stay tuned. In probably Q1 of next year, there's going to be a few new features coming in that take advantage of that AI or Builders Copilot. And then, of course, there's Talent Central. And Talent Central, you'll see now that we've got an AI feature on there that just today you can upload your resume as a job seeker and get matched to potential job postings that are on there. We're doing a complete redesign and we're going to make it so much better. So stay tuned for that. That's also coming in the next year. Adam, anything else? Because his team gets to deliver it.
Yeah, but really, the mission is to deploy actually usable AI into your everyday to help streamline whether you're looking for a job, looking for a project to bid on, whether you're looking for sub-trades, whatever it is that you're looking for. We're building AI tools that will actually make it useful and practical, and not just AI-ify tools for the sake of AI-ifying tools. We're actually making them useful. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
I have a question as far as I've fully embraced AI. I've learned to integrate it into my daily work, into my daily life. If you're a company or a member in the construction industry, there is still that hesitation, and maybe it's the unknown factor of AI. What advice do you have for construction companies if there's that fear to engage?
I would say, you know what? Just make sure you're using reliable sources when you're using AI. So if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever engine you want to use, just know that the information you're putting in there on a free account is going to be helping it learn. So it's not necessarily secure. So you want to just look at different options, whether that's, getting a paid version or working with BCCA on many of the options that we might have available.
If you had an elevator pitch for someone to sign up for PermitsCA today, what would that pitch be? Adam.
Yeah, the elevator pitch really for PermitsCA is to use the site to figure out who is building what and where, so that you can grow your sales pipeline.
Simple and to the point. I like that. So final question is, how do we sign up?
That one's even easier. Go to PermitsCA.com and click on the little login button, or if you don't have an account, you can register for an account. If you are using Bid Central already, we've made it even easier for you. You'll see a Bid Central button. Just click that, sign in with your Bid Central username and password, and that will let you in as well. If there's features that you'd like to see added, if there's tools you'd like to see, if there's things that we can help develop that will help streamline your operations in construction, please bring them to us and we're happy to explore them.
And I would, a piece of advice for anyone in the world of advocacy that has to deal with municipalities, it's a municipal election year coming up next year. So what I find great about it is it lists the top municipalities, current permits, permit times and stuff. So we'll be hopefully pulling some of that data and providing it for members as well. So we will be using the site for advocacy efforts in addition to helping members build better and quicker in the industry. So thank you both for being on the bench today, taking a seat on the bench with me today. You can find past episodes of The Builder's Bench online at VRCA's website or on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and tell your friends to come take a seat on the bench. I'm Craig Larkins, and this is The Builder's Bench.